Hello everybody, welcome back to another jersey concept video where yours truly, NashNorf, has made 32 jersey concepts using Photoshop and graphic design. Here's my new sweet hat I got for $5 from Marshall's. I'm locked and loaded and ready to go with my clementine flavored Izzy sparkling beverage, hashtag not sponsored, just delicious. So the theme for this jersey set is all black, so I tried to use as much black as I possibly could, and if I was able to, remove white. So almost a stadium series style jersey, kind of like what Pittsburgh and Philly used back in their stadium series. I really dig that monochrome look. Now I did try to give these some more flavor and I did not stick with like two colors. So without further ado, let's get started. Transitions. Okay, so first up we have the Anaheim Ducks. Pretty much it's straightforward, just recolor, similar pattern striping to what they've always used. And we got the orange duck head on the shoulder, which I think looks pretty good. And keep your eyes peeled because I think I put something in all of the collars on all the jerseys. So without, oh, and these are in alphabetical order, by the way, so it's just gonna go A to Z. Next up, we have the Arizona Coyotes. So if you see any Coyote concept from me that's not Kachina, that means I designed it before they officially like switched to it. I can't say full time because it's still not their home jersey, but I'll say most time. I don't know what the deal is with that. They need to bite the bullet and just accept it. I have a full white Kachina concept coming soon. Sneak peeks. So here, I just went with the simple blacked out version of the jerseys they used to use, their home jerseys, their official home jerseys. I put the sweet peyote coyote on the shoulder and added some purple in there for a nice flare. I did this little unique stripe across the chest. I don't know, I was just trying to do something different and I thought it looked pretty good. Overall, I like the way this jersey looks. I think they could, they use a lot of black for the Kachina, so I think if they wanted to keep this jersey as a third, I think adding some black to it would not be a terrible idea. The Boston Bruins. So thankfully I have high quality mode turned on Windows Photo Viewer because as you can see there is some brown and I know that's hard to pick up on some people's screens. So yeah, anything that isn't the actual jersey base is brown. So I call this, like, in my head I call this the Boston Bumblebees. But I think it kind of looks good. You got the chocolate brown mixed in with the gold yellow. I recolored the B wheel to have brown within it. The collar and everything, the lace outlines, all brown as well. Went with the simple Bruins bear logo and a nice little lucky clover, 3-leaf clover on the neckline. The Buffalo Sabres. So this is one where I had to use white. I feel like they just have too much white in their uniform, in their logo, for me to exclude it. I really tried to mess around and recolor the buffalo and the swords and all kinds of stuff, and it just didn't look right. So this is one where I made a creative decision to not make it black. Again, and this is before they returned to Royal and they got rid of the number on the front. So I went ahead and kept that one in. I got the simple Sabres in the collar and went with the logo they're using on the reverse retro on the front, on the shoulder. I think this makes a much better shoulder patch than it does as a front logo. But then you're kind of dealing with this thing where you have too many swords, or too many sabers, I should say. But I really like the stripe work I did on this. It's kind of unique. I don't really see a lot of jerseys that try to be bold with striping. Everybody does the same big bar with the stroke, and I just try to do something different every now and again. This one's pretty solid though, I think. Calgary Flames. I reached into the archives of Calgary and I went with, I think it was a Heritage Classic jersey where they used this, I think it was like I forgot the team, so forgot the old team's name. But they used this barber pole style sleeve and I thought that looked really cool. And I thought this would transition well to a black jersey. If I could change one thing now, I would probably get rid of the flags, because as cool as it was, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that, because like this province flag doesn't really fit the color scheme of the jersey. Like if you remember my last LA concept that Neil reviewed, shout out Neil post to post, I recolored the LA flag to be the same color scheme as the jersey. I almost wish I would do that here. Or another actual example is how North Carolina, the North Carolina flag on the Canes jersey is recolored to be grayed out. I think it would have just looked cleaner with no shoulder patches, or maybe put Blasty on the shoulder. That would have been pretty cool. But I think this one's pretty sweet. Moving on, Carolina Hurricanes. This is probably my favorite concept in this set that I made. It looks pretty sweet. I hate this template because it doesn't make the stripe on the bottom curve right. And once I point that out to you, you will notice it on everybody's jersey. I know how to fix this now, but I did not at the time. So disregard that. But I really, really like this. It is a gradient. If you have a keen eye, it is a gradient. It goes from black to gray. And the same color gray at the bottom is the gray I use for the logo outline, the number outline, and the collar. I did put the secondary logo on their third jersey on the shoulder. If I could do one thing different, I'd probably switch it. But I feel like that would make it too close to their current third jersey. So I did this in an attempt to make something a little unique. This to me looks like it could be like a city edition jersey, right? Maybe take away the Hurricane, put like Raleigh on it or something. You know, if the NHL ever decides to do an NBA style jersey set. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna try hard not to make this like a 20-minute video. So everybody loves the Winter Classic jersey from Chicago. You can't really fix something that's not broken. So in an attempt to appeal people that think Chicago should change their name or logo, I kind of think they do, but not because it's offensive. I just don't really like it. And it could be offensive. You know, I don't claim to know anything or be up to date on that kind of stuff. I just don't really like it. Really, I don't like when teams use like Native American imagery. Even I know in this example that like they have permission or whatever, right? Covering myself, right? But anyway, I do like their secondary logo. It looks nice, and if you notice on the shoulder, I took just the feathers that they use in the BLACKHAWKS logo and just used that as a shoulder patch. I think that looked pretty cool. Yeah, and I whipped this one up, and I think it's okay. Honestly, though, this is probably one of my least liked jerseys from this set because it's kind of unoriginal, to be honest. Next up, we have the Colorado Avalanche. I kind of like how this one turned out. Removing all the white from the logo was an interesting decision that I did ultimately roll with. I just wanted to stick true to the theme if I could. It kind of looks better with the white, I'll admit. And I've messed around and made this one white, all white, where the background is white too. And it looks pretty good. I think it's just a normal road jersey. Somebody commented on Neil's video about how I put the C backwards. While that might be true, I think it's also kind of good as just a logo, right? Not just the letter C. And I like when the shoulder patches face the same directions. That's why I'm not a huge fan of like text logos on shoulder patches, because they're mirrored on each side, and to me it kind of looks lopsided. I'll take that feedback. I'll take that hit. I think that it looks better when you do that. Moving on, the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think Neil just did a video with the Indy cars or whatever where he said he wants to see Columbus use black more. Here you go. I think that this one looks pretty sweet. I think they could really benefit from using black. Sometimes it's like a color faux pas to put navy or blue and black together. I think it looks really good. One of the best Preds jersey does a navy black checkerboard. But yeah, I think this one looks really, really good. I used the cream color from their third jersey for the shoulder patch, the number, and the logo accent. And then I just did the normal style, regular Columbus Blue Jackets jersey with a little star down there and everything. And just blacked it out kind of. And I didn't really have to do much. Not very original, but, you know, just a redesign, right? So I think it looks pretty good. Moving on to the Dallas Stars. So I kind of accidentally made their third jersey just not quite so lime green. And of course they have that much better logo than this logo in my opinion, where it actually has the Texas state outline behind it. I think that logo looks really good. I would totally support that becoming their full-time logo. But anyway, this is just a blacked out version of the jersey they already have. And it's almost a Toronto Maple Leafs style reverse retro numbering, where it's just kind of the same color as the jersey with a thick outline. But I think this one looks pretty good, but obviously the reverse retro kind of knocks it back a few for me. The Detroit Red Wings, it's hard to do anything unique with Detroit. I think I do pretty good about trying to be respectful and make something new for them. Black's never really a color they've used, so I think this looks pretty sweet. This would be a good like city edition jersey, right? Especially with like the Motor City in the neck that I did. And I'd made the decision to put the Winter Classic D on a shoulder patch. I think it looks good. Detroit, I love you. You guys are a historic franchise, a storied franchise. I think you guys really need to add something new. Look what Montreal did by biting the bullet and going blue. Weird at first, but man, those jerseys look really good. Detroit, you need to do something new. And I think something like this is good instead of duct tape for the bands. Edmonton Oilers, so essentially rocked with a design they already have and just recolored some things and moved it around. Made the jersey black, and I went ahead and put EDM in the collar because I like that their team abbreviation is also a genre of music. Put the oil drop logo, the gear, the cog logo, whatever it's called, on the shoulder. I love that logo. I wish they'd bring it back. I don't understand the hate. The Oilers logo is sick. I usually don't like text-based logos, but the work they did there for that specific look, amazing. Plus Gretzky wore it, so it's not like you can get rid of it. But if you're going to keep that Oilers logo on the front, you really got to come up with a good shoulder patch. They have a good logo in their history. They need to use it. This one's pretty uninspiring, I would say, but I think for the concept of the blacked out jerseys, I did a pretty good job. Florida. So a lot of my concepts for Florida are black because I really try to do the Vice thing for them. But this one I feel like is pretty good. Only thing I don't like is I kind of almost made it look like the cat is wearing like eyeshadow. But other than that, you know, I don't hate the jersey. I did make the decision to switch the numbers and the arm patch into a shoulder patch. I think it looks okay. If I could go back, I'd probably switch it back. But this one's pretty unique. And remember, for some of these, I did kind of just take the jerseys they already have and make it black. This is definitely one of them. All right, here we got the LA Kings. So I essentially just did their third jersey, redesigned it a little bit, took away any white. Went ahead and did the crown logo on the shoulder. I think this one looks pretty good. I think if they wanted to replace their third jersey, this could be a good option, and then they could redesign their home jersey and do something better. I think they should switch to the Lakers colors full time. Those reverse retros are absolutely sick. But this one's pretty simple. It is what it is. Minnesota Wild. I kind of like how this one turned out. Recoloring everything to be so boldly red and green. And when it is not the primary color of the jersey, I think it looks significantly less Christmassy, right? I really like the way this one turned out. Probably one of my favorite blacked out concepts. So there's that. Montreal Canadiens. I kind of made a decision that I would probably switch if I rethought this and making that H black. I think I should have just made it red or kept it white. You know, I did keep the white in the collar. By the way, shout out Montreal fans. I always make sure that I have L and H on the collar instead of NHL. I see y'all. But essentially, I did what they did for the reverse retro, and instead of making it blue, I just made it black. And I did take the C from the whatever jersey that was, because I love when jerseys have shoulder patches. I think they look kind of bland when they don't. Sometimes aesthetically, it makes sense. And this is what I'm talking about, where when you have a letter and you put them on the shoulders and they look lopsided, like I made sure like 10 times that these were even, like in the shoulder patch placement. This template's also bad about that, but it is even and it kind of looks weird. Maybe if I redo this, I take those off, but regardless, I think it looks pretty okay. The Nashville Predators, my team. I literally took the road jersey, the Adidas current away jerseys, monochrome the logo. I really wish the Preds would do this for one jersey to make the logo like this, where you color everything in, get rid of the white. I think it looks really good. That's actually what my desktop is. But anyway, I don't like this. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't like this jersey. But like I was saying, for some of them, I was just trying to take a home or away jersey and black it out. I also made the shoulder patch different, which is a little weird, but I think it kind of works. I don't hate this jersey. I just think if we did something completely blacked out, we could do better. I think we bring back the navy alt. Oh, I should have done that for this video. Bring back the navy alt with the checkerboard and just make it black instead of navy. That'd be pretty sweet. Too much white in that, though. That's probably why I didn't roll with it. But anyway, this one's okay. Not the best, not the worst. I just hate the way Nashville does the stripes with the sleeve. How it's that weird, almost Flyers-ish, roundy stripe. But yeah, the Preds just need new jerseys top to bottom, if you ask me. Except for the reverse retro. That one's sweet. New Jersey Devils. You know me, I'm a sucker for New Jersey wearing green. I also love New Jersey in black as is, so I'm pretty sure any New Jersey concept you see for me, it's gonna be black. This is also before they named their captain, so that's why it still has an A. I made the decision to switch the captaincy letter side because of the way that New Jersey logo kind of tilted. It was a little too close. I also like the New Jersey logo when you take away the circle. I think it looks really good like that, just as is. Oh, hello cat. There's a cat in the background. I know a lot of people don't like the yolks. I kind of think if I would redo this, I would just make the shoulders black, but I think it looks pretty good here. Again, this is, I think, just their road jersey, but I made it black and did some logo editing. But I think this one looks pretty good, but not a bad jersey. The New York Islanders. Definitely, this is one of my least liked ones that I made. I don't know why I'm such a fan of their 4 line for their 4 4-peat Stanley Cup victories. I put it on the jersey a lot. And I did recolor the logo to try to get rid of some white. I don't really like that I did that. I think if I did this again, I would just suffer and put some white on the jersey. But I really tried to stick true to that for this video. I think it looks pretty okay. Just not the best jersey in the series for sure. The New York Rangers. I definitely used the wrong shade of blue in this, and I just now realized it. And it's also like the wrong Rangers logo. I don't know what website I got it off of, but it's not right. Not even a little bit. But I disregard that and just look at what I'm going for here. Just their home jersey, make it black, and make all the letters and numbers blue and red. And I put Lady Liberty on the shoulders. I think that looks pretty good. Ottawa Senators. This is probably my second favorite concept in this set. And this is before they ever even announced that they were going back to the 2D logo. I just love this logo. Love the pattern in that logo with the I don't know what to call that, like the Greek looking thing, Roman looking thing, whatever it is. Love when people put that in the stripes and the band. I went a step further and put it in the collar. Took the Ottawa flag O logo, put it in the shoulder. I think it looks really good. I think if any two jerseys from this set became real, Carolina and this one definitely would be a pretty sweet concept. And Ottawa did return to black, so kind of called it. Philadelphia Flyers. I essentially reversed their reverse retro in a way. I don't like this. I feel like I used the wrong shade of orange for some reason. It definitely is like too light, but I think they've used black before. They've used a jersey very, very similar to this before, so this is probably my least favorite in the whole video, just for that. So yeah. Pittsburgh Penguins. Not a big Penguins fan, being from Nashville, right? We love any hockey fan. It's obviously a joke, but you know, they beat us in the Stanley Cup final, so I always have to hate Penguins fans. But they do have some pretty sick jerseys in their history. Love that Winter Classic jersey. Loved it. So I essentially made that and just made the jersey black instead of that blue color. Favorite thing I did in this jersey, in the neckline. If you're from Pittsburgh, you already know what this is because I did some research, okay? This is the river that forms around Pittsburgh. I thought that was a really beautiful little collar touch. And these colors go great together. As a Titans fan, love two-tone blue. It's great stuff. San Jose Sharks. This is obviously one of those jerseys that is going to look good as a concept, but on ice it would look really, really stupid. So, blacked out bands, stealth shark, and as I zoom closer, it depends on how big your screen is, you'll see the whole thing is like a circuit board, right? Like I think that's pretty cool. And I made it brighter on the collar so you can actually see it from further away. I like this jersey a lot as a concept. It definitely wouldn't roll on the ice. It would fail every TV test. Seattle Kraken. People really seem to like my Seattle Kraken concepts the most. Like anytime I post them anywhere, and Neil ranked one of my sets, that was his number one. I'm really excited about this team. My rule as a hockey fan is I always cheer for Nashville because that's where I'm from, and I cheer for the newest expansion team. I don't know why I do that, but I've always loved to do that. I've rooted for Vegas. They've been my second team, which stinks since they're also in the Western Conference. But I've always been rooting for them since they came in the league. I just like to see hockey do well in new markets, right? Because I was that when I was a kid. That hockey was like what in the South. So I like to support it. And Seattle is one of those franchises I'm really looking forward to cheering for. Would love to go to Seattle someday. Seems like a cool city. Love to catch a hockey game there too. I digress. Favorite thing about this jersey is what I did with the neckline and the collar. Using that red and doing this horizontal striping in the collar, I think it looks really, really good. Essentially the same jersey they already have. I think I did some different striping work, but just blacked it out. I think that black contrasts very nicely with the navy. If I could do this again, I would probably put this red pinstripe as a stroke, like around the Seattle logo. I think that would look really good. St. Louis Blues. I don't hate this. I just don't think it's that great. I always try to do something unique. By the way, this is the first time I've looked at some of these in probably 6 to 7 months. So I'm kind of like, I'm pretty sure it's a different color blue too. I don't know if it's just because it's the shininess of that look, because this logo has like a texture to it. I don't know, but it's okay. It's just pretty boring. But there you go, black St. Louis jersey. Take it or leave it. Tampa Bay Lightning. Everybody that sees my concepts knows I love gradients, and I love putting gradients on teams that already use them. Tampa Bay Lightning, I did this one. It's something all right. So it's a gradient from black to blue, their primary blue, and then I did the striping with no stroke as the black color, just black at the top, to like cut away at the blue. I think it looks interesting. It would probably fail a TV test. It's kind of like the San Jose one. Probably a good concept, wouldn't really roll on ice. But I do like when they use gray, so I use gray for the numbers and the lightning bolt. Please, Florida, Tampa Bay, please, Tampa Bay, redesign. I think now that Ottawa did a redesign, you guys need it the most, definitely. Toronto, this is a jersey. I know Leafs fans are probably going to hate this, but sticking true with the theme. I did have to use some white because the only colors they use are white and blue. This is interesting. Don't think it would ever actually go. Vancouver Canucks. They have used black in the past. It would have been very, very easy for me to just make a skate jersey, but everybody does that. I like the stick and rink logo a lot. I probably would take these logos away if I could do this again. Don't like lopsided shoulder patch logos. But I essentially made their third jersey. I don't know if they still use it, the one with the double green stripe, and I just added a blue stripe. Kind of looks good. Almost looks like an Islanders jersey, it's style-wise a little bit, but I think it looks pretty okay. I'd say this is middle of the pack for me. Vegas Golden Knights. So they already kind of used gray, right? Like that slate gray. So it was hard to come up with something unique for them that looked all right. I do not like this jersey concept. Definitely it ranks near the bottom for me. It's kind of boring, and that red is so contrasting to everything else. It kind of is distracting. Washington Capitals. This is an interesting one. I think I was just really trying to be unique here. He has it has the 3 DC stars on the shoulder. Got the Weagle logo. The Weagle logo is like definitely too big. That's where I screwed up here. I'm sitting here looking like, what is weird? I made this decision to like inverse the underside of the sleeve with the thing. I probably would go ahead and reverse that. I think I did that because it looks too much like a Columbus jersey if you keep it the same color. Yeah, this one's a little weird, but there you go. A very unique attempt at a black Capitals jersey. And the Winnipeg Jets, which is the last one. So I really like the silver, the gray, and their logo. I like their logo a lot. One of my favorite logos in the NHL. Essentially made the striping similar to their third jersey, threw the logo in there, took the white away, and replaced it with the gray that's on the plane and the logo. The only white that I forgot to edit out, which I see now, is on the shoulder patch logo. Pretend that that is gray. And there you go. That is a blacked out Winnipeg jersey. And that is a blacked out jersey for every team in the NHL. All right, thank you guys so much for checking out my blacked out jersey concepts. I have some more jersey concepts on the way. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek on something real quick. So I have really been hard at work learning more and more about Photoshop, Illustrator. You know, I adapt to this stuff pretty quickly. So I'm proud to announce that I have developed my own template. One where I don't have to deal with the nuances and the things that annoy me. So I'm going to show you a little sneak peek of what the template looks like. And I have 32 done already. If you really want to see them soon, they're already posted on my TikTok. I will be posting some like more sneak peek type content there. But I went ahead and released them all on TikTok just as an attempt to kind of get some viewers there. Don't worry, most of my content will be here though. But real soon, I will be showing 32 with this template right here. A 3D template modeled by Bo Horvat that I just kind of traced and made, and everything is amazingly editable, and I am very, very proud to show you guys what I made with that real soon. So thank you for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see some more jersey concepts. I will also be doing a similar template to that for soccer, and I will be doing MLS, I'll be doing all the MLS teams at some point. That definitely is going to take a while, so keep that on the radar. So hit the subscribe button if you want to see some more. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the dislike button if you dislike the video, but please tell me why you didn't like the video, and I will do my best to improve. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name's NashNorf. Peace.